Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here, and I have a brief flashlight overview and test for you today. I'm going to take a look at this on the bench and have a quick look outside tonight when it gets dark, see what the light looks like outside. And yeah, so this is the Streamlight StylusPro. Very popular light at the moment. I've been seeing reviews of this all over the place. Loads of people pick these up. They're very affordable. Anywhere between 20-25 bucks on Amazon in the States, and you know, pretty good all-round light I think for the money. So let's take a look. This is the packaging it comes in. I've actually taken it out and put it into this very basic sheath that comes with it. Now it's very basic, it's just a simple nylon sleeve. It doesn't have a closure or anything on it, but for this type of small EDC pocket light, it's just a 2 AAA battery light. This kind of sheath is probably really all you're going to use or need. This would drop into your backpack, or it can go in your belt. There's a belt loop at the top here, you can see, or even just in your pocket to protect it from getting scratched up with other items of your gear. So simple little sheath. Let's take a look at the packaging before we look at the light itself. It's got some of the specs on here, so you can see it's a super bright C4 LED, 6.5 hours runtime, and it actually mentions, let's flip over to the back. You can see there is 65 lumens max output, and here's their little graph of how the 65 lumens works out over time. So they're calculating 6.5 hours life on a regular batteries. It comes with 2 AAA Energizer batteries, so I'm assuming they're basing this on using those. So yeah, it drops off pretty quickly at the start, but you get a reasonable life over that period. So you know, if this is an EDC light that you're clicking on and off and using just day to day for small tasks, and you know, as it gets dark around the yard, or your power goes out and you need to find your way to some larger torches, lights, lamps, whatever, you know, that could last you a long time on a couple of pretty cheap AAA batteries. So yeah, that's the runtime. It is IPX4 water resistant. That basically just means it is splash proof. You know, you don't want to be dropping it in the bath or directly in a puddle and leaving it there, but it will be, you know, they're showing rainproof there. I would say that's pretty accurate. It's O-ring sealed, which obviously helps with that water resistance. It claims to be an unbreakable polycarbonate lens, so it's pretty good if you drop it. Nice machined aluminum body, we'll get to that in a second, and a limited lifetime warranty. And it's a Streamlight product, and they're generally known to be pretty good quality, and it is made in China, as you can see there, but you know, overall their standard and their reviews are pretty decent, so it is not, you know, a real junk product you're buying at something. Fairly mid-market, and it has C4 LEDs, you can see, so we're hoping this will be pretty bright, and it is a bright white C4 LED, so let's see tonight how that looks outside. So with that being said, let's have a look at the light itself. Slip it out of the sheath here. You can see the pocket clip. If you push it down the sheath, the pocket clip actually holds it quite nicely in the sheath there. It's quite a neat little package. Let's pull it out. There's a sheath, and here we have, on camera, Streamlight StylusPro. You get these in this kind of matte black aluminum. You get them in red, blue, silver. I think you get camel ones as well. And you can see it's a very nice, simple design. Just a few little ridges on the top there. Nice smooth body on it, and a little bit ridges around the tail. If my camera will focus. Let's move this stuff out of the way and see if that'll help. Put that over there. And yeah, you can see the pocket clip itself has 2 little cutouts on either side, so that gives you, actually adds a bit of grip where it's attached to the tail. I wouldn't say that pocket clip is reversible. The diameter of this section of the body looks similar to up here, but there's nothing really to hold the pocket clip on there. So I would say the pocket clip isn't reversible, but it's quite a long light. You can see obviously it's 2 AAAs plus the guts of it, so it's quite long. So it's not really something you want to be trying to attach to a hat brim or anything like that anyway. So the reversible pocket clip isn't really a huge deal. It's a nice slim light. Let me see if I've got a battery here. Well, here's a AA, just to give you a size comparison. So the entire you know, thickness of that middle portion, maybe even the end parts, is pretty much the same as just a AA battery. So it's really quite slimline. In terms of overall size, the Streamlight website actually compares it to a marker. So if we put a standard Sharpie beside it, you can see it is, if anything, slightly shorter than a Sharpie, not a lot thicker. It's really nice and light. I can't remember off the top of the head about the weight on this, but it is pretty lightweight, but it does feel nice and solid at the same time. Tail cap switch, and if we can focus on that, on camera you can see it's just a rubber tail cap switch. There is some dimpling on there to give you a little bit of grip, and it has not a bad action. It's quite firm to the push and a nice firm click as well. Now it's pretty basic light, there's only on or off, but the switch is designed in such a way that you can tap it to create a strobe effect. So strobe warning, if you don't like that sort of thing, turn away for a second. So just using your thumb manually you can pretty easily strobe it. It's a nice click to put it on. You can see there it looks pretty bright, but then we are inside in the middle of the day. We will find out tonight exactly how bright it is. You can see the single LED there, and yeah, that's about it for the outside. There's a little bit of kind of knurling around the tail cap here. The button itself is proud to the base, so you couldn't tail stand it or anything like that, but it is just a small pocket EDC light, so that's not really a huge issue. Size wise, what else do I have lying around here? Just to give you an idea for the size, mini griptilian. So it's, that small knife pretty much dwarfs this, so it is very small light, very compact, and the 2 AAA format is pretty good for a small EDC light that you're not using a huge amount. I have here Streamlight ProTac 2 AA, so this is basically the same thing scaled up to the larger size battery, and similar design overall, even the pocket clip's same sort of design, and you can see the front scaled up there. Well, this is a gloss finish. I much prefer the matte on the Streamlight. I think that looks a lot nicer, although it probably will tend to mark up a little bit easier than the finish on this one. So there's a comparison between those two. Okay, so we can open this up and have a look and see what's inside. One thing I did notice, I actually got this light as part of the prize package for my 500 sub giveaway. If you're watching this during April 2015, that giveaway is open for this month, so have a look at my channel. You should find that video pretty easily and go get yourself entered. It's open to new and existing subs. So this is part of the prize pack, and the batteries came separately in the packaging there. I wanted to put them in and test it, of course, but one of the first things I noticed is this pocket clip is actually pretty tight. The spring is strong, it's right on the body here, and if you start twisting that tail cap, that is just going to rub round and round and round. You're probably going to end up with a ring marked on the finish, which obviously I didn't want since I'm giving this as a prize and I want it to look pretty much as new. So all I did was I got a little cloth and slid that under there just to protect it when opening it, and the split for the tail cap is actually here, so we can unscrew it from there, and hopefully that little cloth will protect things. Quite a long thread on it, and I don't know if we can see there is a small O-ring just down at the bottom here, and that's for your water resistance. 2 AAAs inside. You can see they do take up a fair amount of the space inside it. There's not a huge amount forward and back of those, so they've managed to make a pretty compact design based around the 2 AAAs, and yeah, nice smooth thread in it there, spring in the back. Pretty simple light. There's not really much else to say about the design. Let's see if we can get this to thread back on here. It's quite a fine thread. It's a little bit fiddly to get started. There you go. Once you get going, it's nice and smooth. And just cinch that down for the water resistance. Pull it out there, and yeah, so overall nice looking little light. Very lightweight, feels good in the hand. Holding it that way or that way, it is a nice size for EDC. Let's go ahead and take it outside and see how it gets on. Okay guys, I must apologise, it is raining outside, super heavy tonight, so we really can't see anything out there no matter what light we're using. This is going to be a super ghetto light test. This is in my basement, and that end wall there is around 30 feet away. Obviously we can look at some recycling up close here. There's our brightness right up next to us, pretty decent. And yeah, the throw of the light is pretty good. We can see clearly right down there. And yeah, that bright white LED is certainly working a treat. It's a nice clear light, looks almost as if I have the door open in the daytime and there's daylight coming in here, so pretty impressed with that. Okay guys, so as you can see, it performed pretty well for just being a small light with 2 AAA batteries. The overall power is pretty good. As we looked at the start of the review, obviously that will dip off pretty quickly but you're still going to get a reasonable amount of power out of it for the sort of 5-6 hours it's supposed to last. Great little light for EDC, good looks, nice construction, and great price, between 20-25 bucks, as I said, on Amazon.com. And yeah, nice sturdy little addition to your EDC kit. I would recommend that one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.